I mean, the team's down 7/10 heading into that floor rotation. I mean, is there words to describe what you saw as a coach?
No, I mean, that was incredible. It was like one of those moments in sport that you like live for, and it was a really special moment. After beam, we were a little bit like, well, that's not what we wanted to do today. But just told them to turn the page, that we can put on a show, and we got a huge, amazing, energized crowd and all of our alumni to, really show off our routines for. And so they did just that, and it was so much fun. And I couldn't be more proud of their resilience and just their fight and grit in that moment. And that said a lot about who our team is.
So I wanted to ask about Emma in this meet today. She has such a spirit about her in all of the meets, but today especially, between getting up on beam and then doing the floor exercise, getting the first 9-9, how critical was her just attitude today?
I really think her getting up and just nailing that beam routine was critical in resetting the tone. I think that it allowed us to be able to go to floor and just compete freely and aggressively. Emma has an incredible just energy about her. She lights up every room that she enters, and to be able to have that energy and that leadership on her team is so valuable. And I know for her, she's looked up to so many of our UCLA alum from over the years, and I know that this meet is really special to her too. So I think she really wanted to really showcase her leadership and really show off for the alumni that were there in attendance.
So obviously the floor score was really huge tonight. What was your thoughts about how they bounced back from beam after not a great rotation?
Yeah, it was all grit and all fight. I think that one thing that we really talk about is focus on the things you can control. And what we could control in that moment was really leaving beam at beam, leaving some of the things that didn't go our way behind us, and really focusing on what's next. And we really pride ourselves on a floor party. Each and every meet that we are in, we want to go out there, we want to perform, we want to showcase, the work they've been putting in. And I couldn't be more proud of how they, just reset when we got to floor to just really go lights out and, really, really focus on the little deductions and making sure that they were really performing to the best of their abilities. So it was awesome.
The meet ended on such an exciting note for the team and then the crowd as well. But early on in the meet, Riley Jenkins goes second on vault, making her debut. Can you talk about what you've seen from her as a gymnast and what she adds to your vault lineup?
Yeah, that was probably one of the highlights of the meet that today was getting Riley back out there. Coming in as a freshman, you really want to hit the ground running, and literally on day one, she had a setback. And so it was really cool for her to be out there today and get the opportunity to compete. I think she probably had a moment where she was like, oh my goodness, what is happening? This crowd is so big. But she took a breath and she settled in and trusted her training, and what she's been doing in the gym has been phenomenal. And so it was really special to see her go out there, really attack her vault and be able to hit it for the team today. And, first one out, and I thought it went pretty good. So very excited about her, getting her back in there. And, I thought she really handled the moment and took advantage of it to the best of her ability. So that was cool to see.
At what point did you decide that Jordan was going to do the all-around today? I mean, she had illness this week, and she's been working into the all-around. So what was kind of the deciding factor for that?
Yeah, well, I would say last week on beam, we really settled in on a composition that we were going to focus on. And so her training in the gym kind of last week really started to get way more consistent and dialed in. And so, she had the illness this week and stuff like that. But when she was in the gym, again, beam was really solid. And so we knew that we wanted to get her in there. I would say kind of today was a game time decision to see what she was able to do. She showed up feeling a lot better today than I thought she probably would with the week she's had, and obviously was able to do great. So, but we did kind of have backup plans in place in case she wasn't feeling very well today, but I was glad to see her feeling a little better.
You guys mentioned you guys haven't fully put 4 events together at a meet today, so I was wondering, what do you think is going to take? What's it going to take for the team to put all 4 together and maximize their potential at a meet?
Yeah, I feel like we're continuing to build, and the thing that I'm taking away from every meet, even though it's not we're not going lights out on all 4 events yet, I'm really excited about the grit and the fight and the belief this team has, and I feel like it's showing up in every moment, and I think that's going to continue to build the confidence that they need to be able to put it all together. In training, they're looking really good. They're looking really consistent. They're looking really dialed in, and the little things are starting to get locked in a little bit better. So I'm excited for them to continue to get those little details more consistent, so that, you know, when we come out to competition, it's just another day in the gym. And so I feel like we're getting there, you know, a month into season now, and you're settling into competition and all of that. We're getting more experiences out on the competition floor each weekend, and so you know, it's coming, but I'm pretty excited about the grit that they've been showing, the work, and just the determination to go out there and fight for what they're capable of doing.
You know, for a lot of different gymnasts, it feels like those setbacks falling on a routine can like push them back mentally, but for Jordan, it seemed like she just went straight into stride into beam. What is it about her as a gymnast that allows her to look at a moment and say, hey, I didn't do well here, but I can go and perform my best in the next event?
Well, you know, I think it's her experience. You know, she's been in really big moments that didn't go her way completely, and so I think, you know, she knows how to be able to really just reset and focus on the next thing ahead. And I think that's amazing leadership for our team to see. You know, I think our team's doing really well when there's a mistake of sort of resetting and making sure that they continue with the energy, effort, and attitude that the next person up needs them to have. But I think just today, seeing Jordan be able to reset, go second up on beam after making the mistake on bars, and just really nail it, was very cool to see. And I think that's a good lesson for the rest of our team to learn from as well. But, you know, I really think it's just Jordan's, you know, experience that she's able to lean on in those kinds of moments.
I wanted to ask about Caitlin Rosen. I saw right before the floor rotation, she was telling the student section to get up out of their seats.
Yeah.
You know, what has her role been like since, you know, she didn't make lineups today?
Yeah, you know, we kind of wanted to take Caitlin back this week and kind of give her a reset, and you know, taking her back to some drilling and basics and build back up the confidence. And so today was all about doing what she needed to do to be a great teammate, to support the athletes that were in the lineup, and she did that brilliantly. You know, she brings such an incredible energy and attitude and just energy that, you know, she showcased to the entire crowd today, getting them energized as well. But it was very cool to see, and you know, I think that's what being a team player is about, and she did that beautifully today. So excited to get back in the gym with her this week and continue to build the confidence to get her back out here.
All right, thank you.
Cool.
Thanks, guys.